today's anime Vanguards video, I'll be doing a full tier list for the new update since there's not too many new units, but they are quite broken, they're quite interesting, and you definitely want to know where these units are on a tier list and how good they really are. Trust me, you want to know if you don't already know. So before today's video does start, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before the shit ends, and you know what, I'm trying to speedrun this video because I've got places to be like probably like 30 minutes after I drop the video. So subscribe to the channel, and if you're on the Rex Luck, make sure to subscribe. I probably will forget to put it on the screen or because I'm rushing the video, but if you're on the Rex Luck, you know, subscribe. I have Alucard, I have Igis, Monarch, and people are getting Alucard with my display name. I can see in chat, so shout out to you guys that have got my display name and are getting Alucard, you know what I'm saying? Or if you don't get Alucard, shout out to you. You can't really control that, can you? Whoever is destined is destined. But join my Discord server down below if you haven't already. I'm going to be doing a Lucky Clips video in there right after this video. Not right after this video, but like the same day. And I'm also going to be doing a giveaway when I drop that Lucky Clips video. So just join my Discord server down below. It's pretty simple. You can grab this as well. But enough of the yippee app. Let's get straight into the tier list. Please subscribe. And even if you skip to the end, you're going to be missing out some key information and some of my opinions, stuff like that. Because I might put one unit there, but I might think it's another place. Okay, because I'm ridiculously tired and I do not have the time to waste, we're going to simply do like this. So we're going to explain how the tier list is right now, and then we're going to add all the new units in at the same time. So if any of the units are F tier, they're pretty much just rare units, and I don't care. They might be in a little bit of a bad order or wrong order if they're in the rare tier, but simply it's not that serious. They're rare. You'll at least get an epic. Then we got the epic tier list with a little bit of Luffy at the end, because a guy literally soloed the entire game using Luffy, so I thought, you know, it has to be a good rare, you know what I'm saying? Now epics, same thing. I don't really care particularly too much. Piccolo is a good shield breaker, but realistically epics don't really matter. Okay, then we get to legendaries. Now these two epics are alright, but we get to legendaries. These are the best legendaries in this game in my opinion. Itachi and Goku Black are my favorite legendaries if you're just starting out the game. The other two are okay, I guess, but my favorites are going to be Itachi, Goku Black, and Kizaru. Kizaru is kind of a support, but he's just a quite nice unit. You got two epics that can give you some support if you're new to the game. But keep in mind, anything from this support tier or below are all just units you're going to mostly be using if you're new to the game. If you get good at the game, you're never going to use these units again realistically, so just don't worry about them too much. But if you want to know what to use when you first start the game on your dookie, there you go. So brush past them quite quickly because they're not that serious. Okay, so this is where we start again to new unit territory. Actually, no, we don't. So there's nothing really new that we need to put in S tier, because all the new units, as much as there's not too many new units, they are all technically pretty good. Some you might think are underwhelming, some you might think are broken. You know, the Tengen glaze, I was glazing Tengen before I evoed him, you know, first one to evo him, whatever. And yeah, it turned out to be quite good, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So we've got Chani, who's basically the second best mythic before this update. Okay, so we are on to the S tier. I forgot where I was, sorry, I just had to quickly cut. But Chani is the second best mythic before this update, not anymore. She's quite good, but the one I'd recommend the most, and maybe even put higher, technically not better, but I just like him more, is going to be Vegeta. He's cheap, multi-hit on placement, and he does decent damage on placement, and he's a good boss killer. So I highly recommend getting Vegeta as one of your first mythics. If you're not planning to evo him, like if you just start the game and you get Vegeta as your first mythic, he's actually quite the nice unit. Chani's just good damage wise and range or whatever, that's why I put her higher. But realistically, on placement, I'd rather have Vegeta, and I still use Vegeta in other stages, so I could technically put him higher, but she is technically overall the better unit. This tier list is kind of like overall who's better, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll put Chani high still, but these two are quite good mythics. I recommend getting both. Mostly recommend getting Vegeta though, in my opinion. Okay, now we're starting to get into new unit territory, but before we go into the new unit, I just want to mention Sung Wu, because pretty much 90% of units from this update are better than Sung Wu, but it's only like about 3. So Sung Wu is quite good. Obviously he does his Arise summons, he has pretty high damage, and he's AoE alright, so he's not too bad, and he buffs Igris's damage, so he's very good. But when you see the new units, you'll understand where I put the new units. But first we got to put the new farm unit. So there is a new farm unit, that Bulma, and it's going to be Tarakada, or however you say his name. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. I don't know what anime he's from. I don't even know who bro is, but he's quite the good farm unit. He's just like AA, so if you play AA, this is Bulma, this is Speedwagon. You know what I'm saying? If you don't play AA, pretty much how this works. This is better in longer stages with 20 waves, infinite, story, 15 waves. That's pretty much, so if this is a longer stage, 20 waves or above, use this guy. If it's 15 waves or less, use this guy. Pretty much how it works. You need both, so just get both. They're both easy to get. Haruka buffs your damage and your range, must have unit, just as these three are must have. Sasuke, you should have it, but you should go for it towards end game, not early game. These three are early game units that you want to get. Sasuke does stun on placement, and his stun is quite good. Alligator, Crocodile, the slow even to bosses, and his slow is 50%, so it's quite good. And then Pain does knockback, but it doesn't do it to bosses, so yeah, very, very good. Okay, so next, the last tier we're going to have is Tengen. So we're going to put Tengen, actually, Tengen, okay, we'll just say what Tengen does before we actually fully place him. So Tengen here does full AoE, he buffs his damage and his range, he has massive range, and he has pretty low speed, not too bad a speed, and he has massive range and he's full AoE. So he's the only mythic that is full AoE, so everyone is glazing, you know, he's glazing him right now, and it's cheaper to become full AoE than Igis, or Igis, I was going to say it. But in my opinion, Igis is still better, only by a little bit and only by overall. In general, I might put Tengen above Igis because Tengen is a lot easier to get. Obviously, you can just get him from banner. He's a lot I don't know, evil wise, that doesn't really matter, but Tengen is technically easy to get, so you might say that he is better, and he's pretty much doing around the same stuff, if not a little bit more. But what you gotta keep in mind is Igis and Infinite will clear Tengen a little bit, just because he also is full AoE, he will do more damage to bosses, and he can be buffed by Sung Jin Woo, so you might say Igis is better, or you might say Tengen is better. It's really up to you. It's going to be quite a split decision. I would like Tengen. I just like Tengen more, especially because it's easier to get. But a lot of you might say otherwise. So it's really up to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about Igis or Tengen. It's kind of tied. It's like if you don't have Igis, use Tengen. If you don't have Tengen, use Igis. I don't know. Okay. It's like it's very, very, they're kind of close. Some people would say one way, some people say the other way. I'll put him above for now, but I can see a lot of people saying the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Next we got Kaza. Now Kaza, I can't bother to yap about too much. He pretty much just avoids every single debuff from a boss to keep it simple, and he buffs his damage, so it's quite good. But he is like a little line AoE, and is not insane, but he technically is better than these mythics by damage and stuff like that, so you would put him higher. But I wouldn't say he's better than Sung Jin Woo's ability with the whole Arise thing and actually buffing Igis, so I would still put him there. Okay. Then we have Sakura. Now you're probably wondering, why is Sakura even on this tier list? Now, you need Sakura for Act 4 of the new raid. You need her, or you cannot complete the new Act 4 raid. That's the only reason why she's there. That's pretty much her only purpose in the game. So keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much what she's doing, she cleanses all your units, because in the new Act 4 raid, where you get Rengoku from, what they basically do, yeah, they do some little debuff to your enemies where they can't move, and they basically can't do anything, and you need Sakura to help them out. So yeah, Sakura's useless, except from in that one stage for now. She might become, you know, she might have that use more than once in the future, who knows. Okay, so the last unit is going to be Rengoku. Now Rengoku, in my opinion, is a little bit disappointing, so we could put Tengen here or here, keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying, before you cook me in the comments. But Rengoku, I would say is I don't like Rengoku, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit of a Rengoku hater, but to say Rengoku, I don't like him, you know what I'm saying. I feel like Rengoku, low-key, if he had a better AoE count, or full AoE, or like just a better AoE count, I'd mess with him, do you know what I'm saying? But because his AoE count's so small, it's not that good. So let me pretty much explain what Rengoku does. So Rengoku does burn, and it pretty much does like double his damage. The burn does, it's quite solid. But the problem is, not only does it take like about 7 seconds to proc like the full double damage, it's also because his AoE count's kind of tiny. But whereas like flipping Tengen, Igis and Alucard are all full AoE multi-hit units. I don't know if Igis is multi-hit though, and I'm not particularly sure about Tengen, but they're all full AoE. But then you got Rengoku, who's doing a ton of damage, don't get me wrong. His AoE count is just a little bit too small. It's a little bit disappointing, if I'm being honest. But like, he does a lot of damage, so he is very, very good. It's technically better than these two and, you know, the rest of these. But I don't know if I can really put him above units that are full AoE. Like, you just can't do that unless he's like flipping quadruple the damage, which he's just not either. Like, he is doing more damage than them technically, but it's just not by enough in my opinion. It might be a little bit controversial. I know a lot of people will say, nah mate, Rengoku's doing so much damage, you should be higher. But to me at least, I don't know, I wouldn't use him. If like, I don't know, I'd probably use him, but it would be my main priority. Like, these units in my opinion would still be better than him, just because they're full AoE and they're not doing that much less damage, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are doing less, I agree with that, but it's not by enough to say, okay, nah, the full AoE is not worth the damage loss, do you know what I'm saying? So it's up to you guys. I mean, it's what you guys think, I guess. At the end of the day, tier lists are opinion based, so say what you want, I guess. Let me in the comments, do you think Tengen is above Igis? You know, I could say that's fair play, but put in Rengoku like here, like some people are saying, no man, no. But let me know where you guys think Rengoku goes. I think he just goes there, man. Like, he is clear of these units, but can I get, like, you could say he's better than Tengen possibly, but other than that, I don't know. So let me know, subscribe to the channel. I got a bunch of videos planned. Join my Discord server down below to be in a clip video, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace.